Good evening, and welcome to a live performance on KUVO. Studio Club members are here. Look at this. Yeah. Thanks for coming out. My name is Paul Donovan. We have a wonderful treat here live from the Bonfils Stanton studio here at the Buell Public Media Center. We've got Colorado pianist Carmen Sandim and her quartet. And I'll introduce the band here. We've got on guitar Tim Wendel. On bass, Bill McCrossenon. On drums, Ryan Haydenon. And on piano, Carmen Sandim. So a little bit, I'm supposed to stand here on the red X. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello, thanks for watching. A little bit about Carmen, an engaging jazz pianist, composer, and music educator, University of Colorado Boulder, Metropolitan State University of Denver, and the University of Colorado Denver. Busy. Where do you find time? Carmen combines harmonically sophisticated post-bop with traditions from her native Brazil. Originally from Sao Paulo, Carmen studied music at Boston's Berklee College of Music and the University of Colorado. Carmen first gained attention in the 2000s after moving to Boulder. Her debut album, Brand New, features cornetist, the late Ron Miles. In 2016, she won a grant from Pathways to Jazz to record her sophomore album, Play-Doh, released in 2019. In this performance tonight, the quartet will feature songs from Carmen's latest project, Many Brazilian Beasts. Many spelled M-I-N-I. Mini? Okay, little. We'll have to hear more about that, Carmen. Anyway, the quintet includes Tim Wendel, Bill McCrossenon, and Ryan Haydenon, who you've met already. So, Carmen, are you ready to play? You guys are ready to play? Let's do it on KUVO. Wow. That's wonderful. You are listening to a special live performance of Carmen Sandim and her quartet, Colorado artists here. And wow, you sound wonderful tonight. Got a great groove going on here. On guitar, Tim Wendel. On bass, Bill McCrossenon. On drums, Ryan Haydenon. And Carmen Sandim, you said, now these are from your new CD? Okay. Mini Brazilian Beasts.
Correct.
Where does that name come from?
I am the Brazilian beast, and when I drive, according to my kids, and
Yes.
they are the mini Brazilian beast.
The little ones.
Yes. So a lot of these songs were inspired and written for them. So not any of those very aggressive ones, no.
Right.
But I wrote most of the CD during the pandemic, right in 2020 when I was stuck.
A lot of time.
So a lot of music there was inspired by them.
Oh, my goodness. And so you're trying to tame the beasts.
I don't try anymore. I gave up on that. But yes, they're.
I guess we never stopped trying to tame the beasts within. But so tell us about the tunes that we just heard.
So the first song we heard is called Samsara's Learning Curve. So it's, I'll let people have their own meaning of that. And the second one is called Disturbia Nervosa. No, is it? Yes, it is. But it's hard to keep track. Yes, but as you heard, it's pretty disturbed. But we're going to change gears a lot now, and we're going to calm everybody down a little bit. Yes.
Okay.
So the next song we're going to play, the next two songs, the first one is called Glenn, and I had the privilege of recording this with Ron Miles. Glenn is his middle name, so this is dedicated to Ron Miles. And then we will play, after that, Jumelandia. Jumelandia, my son is Julian, and my daughter is Amelie. So Jumelandia is the land that they create when they are around. So, Jumelandia.
All right. Carmen Sandim and her quartet, live here on KUVO. Wow. You are listening to Colorado pianist Carmen Sandim and her quartet here on KUVO, a live performance. Aren't they wonderful? I didn't hear one wrong note. Did you? I mean, we should be recording this. We are recording this. We're live on YouTube as well. And again, the guitarist, Tim Wendel. On bass, Bill McCrossenon. And on drums, Ryan Haydenon. And on piano, Carmen Sandim. Just absolutely stunningly beautiful playing.
Thank you.
I have to ask, is it more difficult to play more quietly and delicately like you have been playing tonight? Is that more difficult as a musician?
I don't know. Maybe it feels more vulnerable and there's more space.
Out in the thin branches, maybe.
Yeah, but slow is better. Slow is easier.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And studio club members here, thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you so much. So, what are we going to hear next?
We are going to play. So we're going to play a couple songs straight, right? Is that the plan? So the next song is called "Enemy," and this was also written during the pandemic. And this is for as I was saying before, the enemy inside.
The enemy. Okay.
Like getting stuck in, indoors and having to deal with yourself for so long. So this is going to be Enemy, the first one. And then we're going to play a song called Cassandra. It was originally called Cassandra Sees, and now on the album is actually called Cassandra Speaks, which is a song inspired by the story of Cassandra and Apollo. The Apollo gifts Cassandra with the gift of seeing the future. But he wants something in return.
Of course.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes.
Yes, but she doesn't want to give it to him. So,
of course.
Yeah, so what he does is that he embellishes the gift of seeing. So now the gift of seeing the future, she can see the future and tell people, but nobody will believe her because of this curse that he put on her. And I started writing this during the middle of the Me Too movement, and just this idea of, we're starting to get at a point in society, hopefully, that women in general are taken seriously in so many different ways, and that we have some gifts that weren't really recognized before, and slowly they are more recognized and taken seriously. So that song was inspired by that story.
Well, what timing as we celebrate Women's History Month.
Exactly. I
Yes.
thought it would be
All
good.
right. All right. Well, I can't wait to hear. Again, here's the Carmen Sandim Quartet live on KUVO. Wow. You're listening to KUVO, a live performance here in the Bonfils Stanton studio. Colorado pianist Carmen Sandim and her quartet. On guitar, Tim Wendel. On bass, Bill McCrossenon. On drums, Ryan Haydenon. And on piano, Carmen Sandim.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us.
You know, thank you so much. I don't know if you had a bad day, but if you did, this is like going to the spa. Don't you feel just so relaxed? Wow, this is awesome. And we'd like to take this moment to thank the Bonfils Stanton Foundation, Drum City Guitarland in Wheat Ridge, owned, operated, and staffed by working musicians since 1965. Listen Up, Schmidt Music in Inglewood, specializing in pianos, keyboards, band and orchestra instruments, sheet music, and a whole lot more. With support from today's broadcast engineered by Klaus Larson. Assistant audio engineer, Rain Caseman. And special thanks to Rocky Mountain Public Media Creative Services Production Manager, Mark Montour Larson. And a big thank you to our KUVO Studio Club and Beat Collective members. All right, so Carmen's new album, M-I-N-I, Brazilian Beasts. Go pick it up. Well, you don't have to go pick it up anymore, right? You just download it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. psaudio.com. It's not being streamed. And we're going to close actually with the title song from the Mini Brazilian Beasts is our closing song.
Oh, great. Okay. Now, you're going to be, Arturo was just telling me that you're going to be at Dazzle at Bowers April 11th.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
we're going to be playing some of this music and some of Ron Miles's music. So this is a series of about his songwriting. So it will be a little bit of like a talk about how he wrote music and play some of this and some of his stuff.
Oh, that's wonderful. I can't wait. All right. All right. So once again, Carmen Sandim and her quartet here live on KUVO.